Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your January 2021 reading. We survived. It's like here and there, I just want to say that we survived. We came to the 2021 year alive and well, and we survived. There was not a lot of people who were fortunate as us, and this year is definitely the reminder because whatever affected us, it affected a lot of other people too, and really there was a lot of people who were not fortunate enough to survive corona. And unfortunately, here in Croatia there was an earthquake. Some people were hurt. There was very tragic situations, not only like tragic in a death situation, it's also like a lot of people lost their homes. Some of them, I don't think they want to even go back to their home because everything is destroyed, and there is still like a big fear from other earthquakes. So crazy times, okay? We live in a very, very much crazy times. And this is why I cannot literally plan anything. So this is why I cannot promise that my readings will be like each month, literally in the same exact date or time or whatever. I will just go with the flow, and I will do my best to put my readings out each month and do whatever I can to not, like give up on this channel or something like this. I also work, and it's like I feel like I'm always like making some like explanations and excuses why I didn't do it. I will not do that. I mean, I think I explained it so many times. So I will just get to the reading, and when I get them out, I get them out. That's all I can say. The other thing is I changed up but the readings again. Yeah, I'm not the reader who will like have the same reading all the time and the same cards all the time. You have some of those at the internet, and if someone wants to do that and like appreciates those kind of reads, you can really follow those people. I'm not that kind of person. I like to change things up, and now I'm doing it because the last reading that I did for 2021, I sort of realized that people want shorter videos. That was my conclusion. And that I get more attention from them if I'm putting like shorter messages. I'm not going too short, half an hour. I don't think it's very, very short. I think it's even too long for now. I'm trying to make them shorter, but still with explaining and everything, it will be around 30 minutes. Okay, so what am I doing different? And why, actually? I have to explain this. I'm doing different because, different reading because, well, from my perspective and how I'm thinking about things, I sort of felt like with all these things that are happening, I want to put some like more like specific readings, and I want to give you very clear like what's your energy, what is your present, what is your challenge, and what is your outcome, and maybe some love advice, and that's it. I don't want to go into some like very, very, very tangled situations and explanations. I want you to get a very specific message for the month, and if it's resonating, great. If not, I'm really sorry. You can always contact me privately, but for me right now, it's kind of I want to put something out there that is meaningful to me, and I think it will be meaningful to you too. I don't want to just like talk about a lot of stuff that maybe doesn't even resonate, or it's getting too complicated, and life is complicated already, so let's not make it more complicated. And yeah, it's more of intuitive and advice reading. Okay, there's a lot of advice in this reading for you and for a current situation. And a month is really just 4 weeks. It's not like forever, so things change in 4 weeks. But at the same time, that's why I think it's very good to have some like clear advice, and maybe it will lead you and help you move forward easier through the month. Because next month we will do another reading, so it's fine. Oh yeah, I can't do this. My finger hurts, so I had a little accident in the morning, and now it's hard to shuffle like that. So I will just do it like this. Okay, what am I shuffling and what am I doing? I will use the Wild Unknown Archetypes from Kim Kranz, which are really amazing. Ooh, what did you get? Agape. Interesting. Which is really amazing, and it's really interesting, and it's talking about archetypes, different archetypes, but also I'm kind of connecting these archetypes to your energy for the month. And also I put this light series and Muse Tarot in one big huge bundle, and from this I will draw 3 cards. So like I said, your present, your challenge, and your outcome. And then with this wonderful Prisma Vision Tarot, I will clarify, and in the end we will use Romance Angels, just to give you some love advice. I think everyone wants the love advice in the end, but my readings somehow go all over the place, and I don't specifically do the love reading. I just don't feel like I should do it, and this is why I just keep it so general, or I want to let the cards speak for themselves. So let's see your archetypal energy for this month. And from there, we will go further and see. And also, somehow, I'm pulling this card because I think that now we are challenged with so many things, and some people are kind of maybe lost in what their purpose is. What is it they should do? What is their energy? Some of the questions like this are probably popping in people's heads. So I'm kind of like trying to tell you what is the archetypal energy for you. So also help you to move forward, maybe if you get stuck. And what did you get, my Cancer? You got the Forest. Look at this card. I'm not sure whether this in the middle of a forest is a tent. But the forest, and above it is like this wonderful, colorful sky. With usually, sometimes when the sun sets, you can see this scene in the forest. But let's see. I'm not look. This is the first time I drew this card. So for these archetypes, I'm like consulting the book too, and then I'm like also trying to give you a bit more information on what it would be if you are not getting it from the book. Okay. Oh, so sorry. I'm very late. I'm trying to do these readings, and I don't want to not do them again. So I'm doing it really late. It's like almost midnight, and I'm trying to keep my energy going. So sorry if I yawn here and there. It's not like I find the reading boring. It's just me being tired. So the forest, the woods, the ticket, and the jungle. Consider for a moment your earliest memory of the forest. It's likely it included all the mythic dynamics of this archetypal space. A little fear, a little enchantment, perhaps losing your way, perhaps discovering a secret mystical treasure. Such is the magic of the forest. It requires first that you enter it, and then that you get lost within it. You may think there is a path to lead you straight through, but soon enough you'll be on what is known as the pathless path. There are tricksters here, dense foliage and entanglement, but equally present are the glimmers of fairy light and friends among the trees. You are on an adventure now. And there's no turning back. So embrace the dim light and the moving shadows, whether literal or imaginal. Brave the forest, and get lost getting found. Oh my god, this is so cool. So when in light magic abounds, childlike wonder, adventure. When dark, cancelment, density, savagery. To go deeper, okay, you should read the opening 3 lines from the Dante Alighieri's Inferno. So I don't know whether you had this as your literature in secondary school. I think we had it, but yeah, she always suggests a certain lines or whatever, anything that makes you go deeper into the archetype. If you get out of the forest without feeling lost, you were only in a little grove or trees. The great archetypal forest requires we spend at least one night frightened for our life. The hunter, the maiden, the crone, and the shaman make regular appearances in the forest. Don't be surprised if these cards come up together. Let the narrative reveal itself. Okay, this is if you get all these cards together, but you didn't for now because I'm just pulling one card. So anyway, the forest. I would describe this energy as just literally walking into the unknown, allowing the unknown to lead you, seeing something that is very like familiar, but at the same time you don't see where you're going and you don't see where the path will lead you. And maybe the energy of Cancer for the month of January is exactly that, going into certain situations that are completely unknown to you. And you see that there is some weight there. And maybe you are like imagining how it could end, but at the same time, you can't know because you can't know because you until like it says here, stay in the forest. So it means that a lot of things that you can start now, you will not know the result until you try them for some time. So maybe everything that you see in this card and this energy is also connected to something that you're doing right now in your life. And maybe you are starting something and you're diving into this unknown, and maybe there is like a dark parts of this forest, but also there's light parts, and there's like it said here, fairies and everything else. So that can also be something that can be related into your life. So maybe you dived into something that felt unknown, and you cannot know what the result will be, but at the same time you're feeling that it's something new, it's something interesting. It makes you feel like a child again, okay? Or it makes you explore a new field or whatever. So if you're feeling like that, then you're in a good energy. If you're feeling drained, lost, and it's probably some path you took that it doesn't come naturally to you, and maybe it's not for you, okay? Maybe you should just leave it there where it is. But let's see from this huge deck, what is your present energy, feeling, whatever? What is the card for your present? Three of Cups. Okay. What is your challenge? Queen of Swords of Voices. Queen of Voices here. That is your challenge. And the forest. Okay, we'll see. I will take these two cards as your outcome. I mean, they really fell out together, so I kind of feel like I should keep them together. And the last card is Page of Materials. And here you got, I'm sorry, I didn't say Death and Page of Inspiration together. These two cards literally fell out together. So we will do some explanation here, and we will try to connect it with this archetypal energy. Oops. I'm sorry, I'm like struggling, but I still think that's a good idea. Okay, so you got, like we said, this forest as like archetypal energy of somewhere unknown, somewhere going. But here you got the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups card I usually see as connecting to your soul tribe. It can be and mean a third party or someone else getting involved into someone's relationship or something like this, or someone like involving a third person into something very like stable or something. But at the same time, I don't see this card like that. I see you connecting with your soul tribe. And at the same time, it can also be like connecting with someone who thinks alike. And in the present moment, I don't see that you feel like you are like in a complete unknown, but maybe you dived into with some like-minded people into something unknown and something that feels unknown to you. And your challenge is being in this position, because the Queen of Voices, the Queen of Swords, she's very stable. She knows what she wants. She's literally with the sword cutting, whatever is like in her way. She doesn't want to no bullshit. She doesn't want anything like this. And for Cancer, this can be a challenge. You are very emotional. This Three of Cups is more like your energy. The Page of the Queen of Voices is not really like literally your energy. But look, you're entering into the forest. And look how this Queen of Voices looks. She looks like she knows the forest. The forest is her home. She talks with the cows, crows. No, cows. Crows, I'm sorry. She talks to crows. She knows what it means to stand in her place and know the stability of diving into unknown, the instability of diving into unknown, but at the same time, and I want to read this from a book again because it was really like the perfect way, it was said in a perfect way. It said, like, whether literal or imaginal, brave the forest and get lost getting found. So she looks like she can get lost and also get found at the same time, And this is probably a challenge for everyone, and it can be also a challenge for you. And your personal, like your outcome from this like present challenge and all this archetypal energy is death and Page of Inspiration. So I think that going through the forest, going through the a certain situation that can seem like it's going into unknown, going into this like dark and vast space where you can get inspired, but also you can lose. You can it can be a death of something and resurrection of something new. So you see how this is like death and rebirth, are like always death, birth, and resurrection are the death card. They don't represent just death. The death card never represents just death. And this Page of Inspiration is just wonderful with this fire, just like pff, there's this movement going, and I would literally put it above like each of this is like a new inspiration. So death, rebirth, and resurrection can all lead you to this wonderful energy of inspiration, of something new, of like literally like this little cloud above you that will bring you into some wonderful and fresh and new energy. So definitely the challenge will be, to stand in your ground while you're entering the unknown. So everyone has this like a problem, but at the same time, maybe that's the advice, don't try to be so in your energy. Try to like, open up to unknown so that you can get and gather new energy, which will open up and kind of like birth the new you. And here is also the page of materials, the underlying of everything. So underneath it all, you have this page of materials, which is always like or a page of pentacles. So it's like, he's trying to do the creation. He's trying and he's doing, slowly creating something of his own creation, this beautiful rose here, and I will clarify, but what I'm seeing here, I think that this forest and this archetypal energy is kind of trying to tell you, like, dive into the unknown, walk that path, go and lose what you have to lose, and you will gain and you will get something very, very inspiring. You will get something very new, something that will literally help you create whatever you wanted to create for a long time. So if you're kind of stuck in the moment and you can't get out, you definitely should allow the unknown to guide you a little and maybe, like get you out of your comfort zone. You have to get out of something that feels comfortable to you to, get to a place which is unknown, which is new, which is maybe a challenge, but at the same time, it's very exciting. So yeah, the Three of Cups is the advice is the Wheel of Fortune. We'll see it further. Queen of Voices. Three of Cups. Look, this happened. Interesting. So the Death and the Page of Inspiration are the advice is the Magician. I'm saying the advice, it's clarification advice, but I'm trying to give advice for each card. So this is why I call these cards now advice. And Six of Cups. Okay, so Cancer. I'm doing this. Everything hurts. So the Three of Cups is clarified with the Wheel of Fortune, but also this Queen of Swords is like the advice is Three of Cups or the Three of Chalices here. So this is kind of interesting. Let me just think how I will formulate this. But at the same time, this Death and the Page of Inspiration and the Magician on top of it. I think it all makes kind of sense. And it's like, here is the Six of Cups with the Page of Materials. So I would say that underlying energy, it's like Six of Cups can be nostalgia. Six of Cups can be like looking back into some like very comfortable situation. It can be also connected to a past person, a past someone, maybe even a soulmate, someone you felt really comfortable with, and maybe things didn't work out. But at the same time, I want to like kind of connect to this energy of nostalgia. It feels comfortable. Like I said, there's like some comfortableness in that, but at the same time, you can't stay there. But still, the Wheel of Fortune kind of is like explaining this soul tribe. So if you are starting something new with a certain part, like a certain people that are not actually your usual people, or you're doing something new, which is like, it's like different from the type of things that you were doing till now, it says here that it will bring you to this Queen of Swords. The same thing, the same people, the soul tribe will help you get there. You will get some people that will like inspire your decision, your walk through the unknown. They will stand there beside you and they will help you and maybe guide you towards it, so that you can come into your own, that you can literally come into the and enter. Well, I would call now this like an entrance into this forest without fear, and with standing like a Queen of Swords firmly on your feet and knowing like, I want to cut through that, I want to go there, I want to resurrect, I want to come into my Magician, I want to be able to go further, I want to create my new future, I want to create whatever I can create and that is new. I want to be the manifester, creator and the manifester. So this is something, and like I said, I would start with this Six of Cups and the Page of Materials. It's like you want to create, you want the result to be your own creation. So whether your own creation will be a thing, or it can also be a relationship, or it can be something completely new. I mean, it can be like, starting a completely new way of living, thinking, eating, it can be really based on that also. It can be like, I just want to become a vegetarian. Doesn't matter, but there will be some support for you, but it will feel like a complete unknown to you. But the result, the outcome is literally death, birth, resurrection, being in like a magician power, able to manifest whatever you want, a whole new world opening up for you. So I think this will be the perfect way to, it seems like a challenge, okay? It doesn't feel like the energy of easy breezy, everything will be fine and I will like do this and everything will be great. No, it feels like a bit of a challenging energy, but The wheel is turning your way. You have a support. There is people who are supporting you in this, so you're not alone. You have your soul tribe, and they will help you. You allow them to help you, open up to them, and you allow them to help you, to support you in this. And this will give you the energy to enter into this unknown. And when you enter, there will probably something will die off. Like I said, there is this card of death here, and death is always like death, rebirth, and resurrection. So something will die off into this unknown territory, into this like unknown journey, but there will be new inspiration, and you are coming out as a magician, or you just have to allow, look, it's like magician is with the moon. And the only thing that is like the entrance of the forest, it can be this magician and the moon. Okay, so this is like you entering the forest, entering the unknown, to come out as this magician, and to be able to manifest whatever you want, and to be able to use your knowing and power of the elements to create, your perfect and wonderful future, or whatever it means. I know it sounds like fairy tale now when I'm talking like this, but magician is that, magician is just a creator. Magician creates. And your love life, my Cancer, it's full of passion, which could lead to engagement. And this situation is calling you to have faith. So, I would say, oh my God, and there's a wedding here. I usually don't pull 4 cards, but this just called me to pull. So Cancer, if you're in a relationship, these cards are just talking about that there's a passion in this relationship, that your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, which can, for some of you, mean engagement. It says also that this situation is calling you to trust it. So I think that there is a trust in this relationship, and definitely it ends up with a wedding. So maybe some of you are really like on a path to weddings. Maybe some of you are separately in a certain part of this energies, in a passion part, in an engagement part, in a trust part, in a wedding part. I don't know, but the love for you in January is like talking about wedding. So I don't know whether it's like a bigger commitment, or you decided to, like you really want to be with this partner, and this is it, you're coming into that knowledge that this can be also a wedding. If someone asks you, yeah, I would marry this person no matter what. I love them and I want to share my life with them. But also it obviously needs trust, before the wedding part. So everything that is happening here, it's kind of like in a nice little path, it's going like from the passion to engagement to trust and to wedding. So this is like, for me, if you want to put it in short, how a relationship should go, I think this is the way. It doesn't have to literally always start with passion, but without passion, what, you can't light it up, so there has to be like passion. But this is how it goes, engagement, people engage, in the normal world. I'm not like from the normal world, but in normal world, they get together, they get engaged, they like learn to trust each other, they love each other, and then they marry. So if some of you Cancers want this like nice and traditional relationship, it's there, it's going to be there if it's not still there. But for some of you who are in a relationship, this is maybe the one that can lead to weddings. So if you trust your partner, and if you have passion for this relationship and this person, and you love them and you want to share your life with them, the cards are saying, yeah, I mean, go ahead. The situation involves marriage. So anyway, look, maybe the unknown for you is the wedding. So trust the unknown, okay? Enter the unknown, allow things to, even if it's needed, fall apart, so that it can be built up and in a better way for you. Okay, so this is what I have for you for the month of January. I hope you like this new way of reading. I would really appreciate if you comment and you tell me like whether this is okay for you or not. I just want to hear your opinion. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I really truly hope I will see you next month, and you will see me next month, and that everything will be fine. Take care, and thank you for looking and viewing my videos.